Scrap Mart, this is Jen from Missouri coming to you with my first design team demo. Hopefully the camera and settings will work fine. What I've got today is a technique that is very simple but has a couple of different applications that I hope will help you all to get a little bit of more mileage out of your dies. The first thing we're going to do is take one of our Revolution shapes, and I'm going to be using the bowl that came out with the cooking dies last month. And I'm going to be taking some regular cardstock, and we're actually going to use a technique that involves folding the cardstock, inserting it in your Revolution as a double page on the die. And what this does is it gives you an interactive shape that you can use for a couple of different applications. So what I'm going to do first is take some standard gauge cardstock. This is not extra heavy weight. Typically Quickutz dies only cut one sheet of paper, but if you're using regular scrapbook paper or a mid-grade cardstock, this seems to work just fine. So the first thing I do is just fold my cardstock, and in order to get a nice flat crease, what I do is take my quick stick with the cap still on, go ahead and press that down, and I'm going to place the cardstock just inside the bottom edge of the bowl. So I'm not covering the complete end of the die shape, because I want to have that be a connected shape. And if you are concerned about where you're placing this, you can always use some removable tape, but I'm pretty sure that I've got that straight. I'm going to hold that down, and I'm going to go ahead and run that through my Revolution. And if you don't get a clean cut on your gauge of paper that you're using, you can always add a shim, but I like to try it first without the shim, and I've had pretty good luck getting a nice clean cut through both pieces. So you can see here is the bowl, and it makes an interactive flap that you can use on your scrapbook pages or cards. And I do have an example, and that is this card here. Let's see, Jack, do I have that centered? I've got my 8-year-old as my AV man today. So this is just a simple card, pop on over, and as you can see, I use the technique to make the bowl interactive for movie night, so you could put your message on the inside. So you can see there's lots of applications you could use for cards or for scrapbook pages. I love to have little hidden journaling on scrapbook pages and something other than tucking it behind the flap. So that's just one idea. Hopefully you can make your own applications of that. Take a look at your shapes and see what might work for you. Another application of this technique involves actually creating a new shape, and the reason why I chose kind of a neutral color for this bowl is take a look at what happens when I unfold. Oops, I've got some marking on there. When I unfold this bowl shape, I've got a perfect hourglass. Do I have that centered in? And so you can see, down lower, am I good? You can see that some of these shapes, when you double them, you'll actually get a brand new shape that you might be able to use on another card or scrapbook page, and I did some other examples for you. This is the Revolution die, this decorative box that I love, but the space is very small. Do I have that centered? And so I did the technique to put that on the fold, and you can see it made it larger. Let's see, what else did I do? I did one of the 2x2 dies with the television, which actually I was trying to make a robot, and this turned out too large for the eyes, but you could make a large robot and use those eyes, for example. Another one I tried was the hockey skate. This looked like perhaps Santa boots to me, or elf boots. And so you can see that taking a look at your shapes and doubling them could give you a complete new shape, as well as just using it for an interactive flap. And then finally, an idea that you can use is instead of making an interactive flap, if your shape is large enough, you could actually make your own small card. What I've got here is the Revolution die 0063. This came out with those Summer of Fun dies. It's just a simple scallop square, and I'm going to make a small card out of this using that same technique. Let's see, oh, where did my quick stick go? Did I drop that, Jack?
I got it. It's down there.
You have to remember that that rolls off the table. Okay, so again, I just like to get a nice flat edge. If it's too lumpy, you might not get a clean cut. And on this Summer of Fun die, I'm actually just going to place the fold on the inside of the edge that I want to connect. Are you seeing that in there? Again, place this in my Revolution. And if you have something in particular, as I said, if you are really concerned about where you're getting it placed, go ahead and just use some removable tape. Okay, my quick stick does not want to stay on my table. Might need the removable tape to keep that down. Okay. Let me peel this apart here. Oh, and you know what? On the back, I didn't get a real good clean cut on this one. So I could use a shim. Maybe I'll do that next time. Whoops. We're going to cut another one with a shim on that die. This die, actually, if you look, I ran it through my Revolution with the other die underneath of it inadvertently, so it's a bit bent. So we're going to cut a new one and run a shim underneath so that we get a nice clean cut, because it makes a very cute scallop card. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put a piece of cardstock underneath, putting my die on top. So anytime you're not getting a perfectly clean cut, this always helps. Or if you've damaged your die, as I have, by not paying attention to what you're running through. Okay. Oops, that still doesn't want to do it. Oh, there we go. Perfect. And see, you can see this is a very nice, cute scallop card. You get a seam on the one edge, and you can open it up. So this is great. I thought we could use the soccer ball to make a card for a boy's birthday, or you can take a look at lots of those other shapes and hopefully come up with interactive cards or flaps that you can use on your own. And I thought I had one more example. Let's see. Oh, this was with the tag, and I just used some scenic root paper for this and tied it with some ribbon. But this would be great for a gift tag. It's the Revolution tag die, and using double-sided paper, you can see it makes a really cute gift tag or small card that you could give to a friend. And that's it. So that's the end of my first demo. Hopefully the camera work was okay. We'll adjust the lighting and so forth as needed. And that's it. So thanks a lot, Scrap Mart. Bye.